All right, guys, so just got off of work, which is awesome. Came home, got changed into my garage attire, and gonna head down to the garage. It's Friday. We're gonna work on the truck all weekend. Devin's probably gonna be coming down later tonight, which is awesome, so hopefully you guys get to see him. And we're gonna really just focus on working on that rear end, getting it measured up, and maybe even getting some things mounted in. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I have a plan overall in my head. I'm gonna take a crud load of measurements and angles and make sure that everything's in there exactly where we want it, and just kind of get it mocked up tonight. So stay tuned. This is episode 1, obviously, and I'll catch you guys at the garage. All right, guys, before I leave, I wanted to give you guys an update on the actual the future shop truck, that 55 Studebaker pickup. Got the whole front on, which looks really good. Obviously nothing's done with the interior. Bed's still on and all that good stuff, but the big key win was getting this brake booster on. It's a little 7-inch compared to the original 11 or 12-inch. But I got everything bolted up, man. The front fender is on, the grill is on. I'm probably going to make a mount to redo these bolts here and grab this so that it can come up just a bit. Because right now, the only thing holding these fenders up is the bolts that are connected to the cab, which I'm not a huge fan of for obvious reasons. So I want to mount it to this. But yeah, that's it. That truck is coming together really quick, actually. Pretty soon, I'll have the steering column in, and then I got to just put the pedal assembly in, and I can start it. I got to figure out something to do with the chairs, though, because right now I don't have any seating, and that's kind of a bummer. What I do have is actually some rear seats out of a Lincoln Navigator. These ugly things right here, but they're small. They're buckets, you know what I mean? But they don't have like an actual mounting underneath. They don't really have anything, so I got to figure out a way to mount those in. I have both of them. Neither of them are torn. They're in good condition, just like typical back seats are. No one uses them, so they'd fit in this cab real well. I'm gonna have tan carpet and all that, so it just matches. But I think it'll be a cool build. I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, that's all that's happened so far. I'll catch up with you guys at the garage.
I don't even care.
Okay, guys, so we're at the garage, obviously. It's like we said last week, and we're going to work on getting the rear end into the truck, which is what me and Devin have been doing all day today. So just to kind of give you an idea of what's been going on, obviously it's kind of in place where we want it. We got the measurements dead accurate and exactly so where it needs to be. We cut off the, I don't know what you want to call it, an ear off of the suspension piece. It used to hold these in here. So we got rid of that. We cut it off. I did cut into the frame, as you guys can see. It's 1 3/4 inches up. And then we're going to mount it over here. Cool thing is, we've been working on making these brackets right here. As you can see, it curves, which will wrap around this edge right here. Yeah, exactly. And so then we'll weld these in, and we'll make obviously another one for this side, which we have enough steel for. And bada bing, bada boom, this thing will be in. We'll just get it tacked in for today, and then it's just going to be cleaning it up, making it look beautiful. But man, this thing is coming together real quick. Could have done it without Devin's help. Thanks again, man.
We're almost done.
Almost. We're getting there. So stay tuned. You got around it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
But dude, that looks awesome. All right, perfect. Okay, guys. So we got the front mounts fabricated and welded to the frame. As you guys can see, this is both sides here. We got this all grinded down because we're gonna obviously tack that directly to this, and then we'll make some mounts for it to connect to that. But everything fits into the grooves that it's supposed to. So we're gonna go ahead and get it up into spot and see how she fits out. I'm really excited about it. Everything's like nice and strong. This is I mean, it's coming real close. This is great. So I'll catch you guys up once we've got it kind of in position. Alright guys, so as you probably saw, Devin was welding it in. I mean, it looks great. He did a great job. That flux mess. Oh, that's a really good bead. So this is coming together awesome. As you guys can see, these two pieces are obviously going to hold the independent. We'll just got clamps holding it right now, but we'll weld this in. And then we're going to use some box plating to fill this section here and do this rear end. But man, that is coming together. It looks great. Naturally, like all things working out, my battery is dying and it won't charge, which is fucking annoying. But we're going to continue working on this. So just want to give you guys an update and we'll keep catching up as time goes on. Later. Alright guys, so recap time. We've got the independent rear mounted. It is in, it's free hanging. Let me show you. So there's no jacks or anything holding it. We just swept up, so there's no more. This is all metal. This isn't dirt. This is literally just ground up metal. It's ridiculous. But we got it all pretty much tacked in. I mean, well, welded in. There's definitely some touch up that I need to do. Like there's these holes right here I'd like to fill. I need to cut these mounts. I keep wanting to call them ears, but I need to cut these mounts off and then fill that hole in there. I do need to buy the shock system that grabs onto that, and then we can have a mount going on right here. That way, obviously, it's sitting nice and well. These bump stops are the original bump stops. I need to take them off because the suspension hits like immediately. So that's going to have to go away. We're probably going to have to channel it so that it comes up and gives this room to go up and down. But overall, it's in. I mean, it is freaking in. I made a template like this, which converted into these. So they just fit in there. You know, it looks good. I'll give you some of the measurements here while we're at it. So if you guys are just now catching up with the build, this was a long bed that we cut down into a short bed and welded back together. So the measurements I went off of to get this rear in were, I think it's Team 21 kit. Just went off of those measurements because they have a kit to put this Mark VIII rear in. So I didn't want to buy the kit. I just wanted to put it in myself. So let me just explain what happened here. So from the back here where this mount is, we cut it off, and then we which it used to be like this. So we took the rubber mount off, which just left a circle. So we cut it straight off, and it left two pieces that just sat in here. If you guys remember from the earlier on in the video, we welded it in on both sides, and then on the inside we welded it in as well. This plate right here that's covering was the original piece that we had cut out. We just flipped it over. It's got the the underhang here, to kind of help hold everything up, and we welded it in, and then welded this mount to this again. So it's just a little extra security, a little extra strength for the entire thing. And then, as you might be able to see, we welded in support braces as well on this side of the frame. So connects to the top and then connects to the bottom. So just extra security like crazy. But I wanted to give you the measurements on how we came about where that rear piece needed to enter in. Believe it or not, there's 2 different measurements depending on what truck you had. That's why I brought up that this was a long bed that we cut down. The measurement for a long bed is different than a short bed. So in a long bed, when you measure from the rear of the frame up to here, it needs to be 26 and 5/16 inches. That's where you're going to cut in for this rear mount to mount in. And then we went 1 3/4 inches up and straight over and cut out a nice little notch. And that's how we got the measurement. Now on a short bed, it's 22 inches and 5/8, 22 and 5/8 inches. So huge difference in comparison to the short bed and the long bed, which honestly surprised me at first. I wasn't expecting that. So I originally measured with the 22 and 5/8, and I was like, there's no way. Well, matter of fact, here's the mark. I was like, there's no way that this axle is going to be somewhere around here. That's so far back. So a little more research, and I found that it was at 26 and 5/16. So pay attention to that. But yeah, it's in, man. It's in. It's free holding. Devin, which is he's a big dude, was jumping up and down on this thing like it was a trampoline, and it wasn't budging. So it's in there. It's in there good. That's definitely going to hold up. So now it's just cleaning up. Like I said, I got to fill those holes. I want to get rid of these extra lower mounts just to kind of clean it up and make that extra room in there, and then patch off that hole down below. So yeah, I hope that got you guys caught up. I'm going to go ahead and get that started, and we'll go from there later. Alright guys, so I got the plates welded up here, or not welded, I got a cutout. These are going to go ahead and fit in the crevasse. Let's see if I can get down there. They're just going to cover up this hole, if I can hold it for 2 seconds. But it'll just go inside this little hole, we'll weld it in, and boom, that'll be filled. So one more step closer, and then I'm going to follow the same process to cover up these top holes, and then we're going to be done for today. So yeah, let me finish that up real quick. Alright guys, so got the caps welded in on all 4 little spots here. Let me show you real quick. So as you can see, top cap is filled. That one is too. It needs to be finished welding though. Same thing as the bottom. Whoop. Same thing for the bottom down there. So everything's capped off. Everything's pretty much done on the suspension. I still need to figure out the shock system, which means I gotta buy it, which, you know, when I have the funds, we'll get down to that point. So one step at a time. We're definitely gonna have to put a channel in the frame. We might do that next weekend, to be honest. But hope you guys like what you saw. I'm done for tonight. We got a lot done. Devin had to leave, but everything's done. Everything's done on the rear end as far as it being mounted and ready to go. Just gonna be finishing it off, cutting that channel out, getting rid of the bump stops, finding out a shock setup. I know there's a kit out there, costs money, so probably gonna be a little bit late on that. But I hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the dislike. Please let me know why. If you have any questions on how I did that, if there's the measurements you want me to give you, hit me down in the messages down below. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. But overall, I'm real happy with how it turned out. So thanks again, you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Later.